in the department of an intellectual, avalanche of people make a lot of mistakes, all right, when it comes to the use of preposition in English. Let me start with some of the common error that most of the people make, all right, and the correct version. For example, let's look at the use of in and heart. In and heart, they are actually an example of preposition, but most people don't make use of the correct use of in and heart accurately. For example, if I should say Bola is good in mathematics, that's not acceptable in English language, all right? But most of the people make use of that. What they make use of is Bola is good in mathematics. You cannot be good in something. You can only be good at something, all right? You can only be good at doing it. You simply say Bola is good at mathematics, all right? It is not actually Bola is good in mathematics. And for example, if it were to be that you are in a big place, that is when you can actually use in, all right? Most especially in residential areas. For example, now, if I say that I arrived at the hotel not quite long, all right? Hotel is actually a place, all right? And it's actually a small place. So that's why you say, I arrive at the hotel not quite long. You cannot say, I arrive in the hotel not quite long, all right? At and hotel, the two can only collocate, but you cannot say in the hotel, all right? That will violate the principle of immediate concentrate analysis in English language, all right? So that's why you say, I arrive at the hotel not quite long. But if it were to be that maybe the place is actually a big town or a city, for example, let me take Ikare as an example. I can simply say that I arrived in Ikare not quite long. I arrived in Ikare not quite long. That's acceptable. That's universally acceptable. Or I arrived in Lagos not quite long. But you cannot say I arrived at Lagos. At and Lagos, the two cannot collocate. All right? So that's why you say that I arrived in Lagos not quite long. All right? We also have careful with and careful of. A lot of people always make incorrect expression when it comes to careful of, careful with. You can only be careful with something, all right? For example, my mother told me to be careful with the knife, all right? Knife in that structure, all right, is something. But when you talk about careful of, it simply means that you can only be careful of someone. If I say that I was told to be careful of the man, you cannot say I was told to be careful with the man. No. All right? So you can only say that I was told to be careful of the man. You can only be careful of a person, all right, or somebody. And you can only be careful with something. I want to believe that is well understood. Then we also have quarrel with and quarrel over. You can only quarrel with someone, all right? For example, if I say that the man quarrels with me on a daily basis, but when we talk about quarrel over, you quarrel over something, possibly property. For example, we quarrel over the property of our dad. We quarrel over it, all right? So I want to believe that this expression, as I correct it today, I want to believe you are going to stick, or you are going to make it to be part and parcel of you in your day-to-day communication with your friends. So that means that your linguistic knowledge must be updated. All right, please don't forget to like this video, share it, and at the same time give your comment at the comment section. All right, so I will be giving you more updates, all right, as far as I'm concerned, in English.